When Walmart closes even a few stores, it sends shockwaves through American retail. For decades, Walmart's expansion seemed unstoppable, its stores a fixture in nearly every community. But each closure isn't just a business decision, it's a major event for local jobs and economies. The reasons behind these closures are complex, involving local economics, changing shopping habits, and global politics. It's not just about a store losing money, it's about supply chains, online competition, and national policy. Recent headlines about Walmart closures are part of a deliberate strategy, not random events. This video will uncover the real story behind these closures. From official explanations to the hidden impact of international trade policies, we'll connect the dots between local store shutdowns and global trade wars and explore what it all means for American shoppers. Walmart's recent closures have sent shockwaves through communities across the U.S., affecting not just one region but a wide range of neighborhoods, from bustling cities to small towns. For many, Walmart isn't just a store, it's a local hub for groceries, jobs, and daily essentials. In 2024 alone, 11 Walmart stores closed their doors in states like California, Ohio, and Maryland. Each closure disrupted local economies, leaving employees searching for new work and shoppers needing to find alternative places for their everyday needs. The impact is felt deeply, especially in areas where Walmart was a primary employer or the only major retailer. According to Walmart, the reason behind these closures is straightforward: underperformance. The company regularly reviews each store's financial health and future prospects. If a store isn't profitable or meeting expectations, it's at risk of being closed. This approach, while tough, is part of Walmart's ongoing strategy to remain competitive in a rapidly changing retail landscape. This kind of constant evaluation is standard in the retail industry, where companies must adapt quickly to shifting consumer habits, rising costs, and new competition. But Walmart's changes go beyond just its traditional retail stores. In 2024, the company also made the difficult decision to shut down all 51 of its in-store health centers, citing unsustainable business models and financial losses. This move affected both patients and healthcare workers who relied on these clinics. These swift decisions show that Walmart is willing to cut its losses quickly, even in new ventures that once seemed promising. The company is prioritizing long-term stability over short-term experimentation. Instead of saturating every market, Walmart is now focusing on making each remaining store as successful as possible, investing in locations with the most potential for growth and profitability. While some locations are closing, others are being renovated and upgraded, with new technology and services designed to attract more customers. This is a calculated transformation, not a sign of simple decline. The closures are just one side of a much bigger story about how Walmart is evolving to meet the demands of a new era in retail. To truly understand these changes, it's important to look at both what's closing and where Walmart is doubling down, because the company's future will be shaped by both its losses and its investments. To grasp a key pressure on Walmart, we need to revisit the Trump administration's trade war with China. Starting in 2018, the U.S. imposed tariffs, taxes, on billions of dollars worth of Chinese imports. The goal? Make Chinese goods pricier, boost American manufacturing, and pressure China to change its trade practices. This marked a sharp break from decades of free trade policy. The result was a tit-for-tat escalation, with China retaliating and global supply chains thrown into chaos. For Walmart, which relies heavily on low-cost Chinese goods, these tariffs were a game-changer. Everyday items, clothing, electronics, toys, suddenly cost more to import. Walmart faced a tough choice: absorb the costs and shrink profits, or raise prices for customers. The tariffs directly threatened Walmart's everyday low prices promise. This trade war didn't just affect policy, it hit the heart of Walmart's business model. Tariffs on Chinese goods hit Walmart's bottom line hard, creating ripple effects throughout the entire company. As one of the world's largest retailers, Walmart relies heavily on affordable imports to keep its shelves stocked and prices low. Imagine a toaster that cost $10 to import now costs $12.50 after tariffs. That extra $2.50 might not seem like much, but it adds up quickly when you consider the millions of products Walmart sells every day. Multiply that across thousands of products and the impact is massive. Suddenly, everyday essentials like kitchen appliances, clothing, and electronics become more expensive for families who count on Walmart for savings. Walmart's brand is built on low prices, so raising them risks losing budget-conscious shoppers. Many customers may start looking elsewhere or simply buy less, putting even more pressure on Walmart's sales. In 2019, Walmart's CFO warned that tariffs would mean higher prices for customers. The company had to make tough decisions about how much of the cost to absorb and how much to pass on. The company tried to negotiate with suppliers and shift production but couldn't escape the higher costs. Even with creative sourcing and logistics, the reality of tariffs meant Walmart's expenses kept climbing. For a low-margin business, even small cost increases can turn a barely profitable store into a money loser. Margins at Walmart are razor-thin, so every cent counts. This financial strain forces tough choices, like closing underperforming stores. When profits disappear, Walmart has little choice but to cut back. Tariffs don't just squeeze profits, they accelerate decisions to cut costs and close locations. The pressure to stay competitive means acting fast, sometimes before all other options are explored. The result? Stores that might have survived in better times are now shuttered more quickly. Communities lose jobs and shoppers lose a vital resource for affordable goods. Tariffs became a powerful amplifier, making existing problems worse and closures more urgent. For Walmart and the communities it serves, the effects are felt far beyond the balance sheet. Officially, Walmart blames closures on underperformance, but what's behind that? Tariffs raised costs on thousands of products, squeezing profit margins across the board. Analysts say tariffs often tipped struggling stores over the edge, making them unsustainable. But tariffs aren't the only factor. The rise of e-commerce, led by Amazon, has changed shopping forever. Walmart is investing in its own online platform, making some physical stores less essential. Store closures are the result of multiple pressures: local competition, shifting demographics, online shopping, and tariffs. Tariffs didn't create the problem, but they made it worse, often turning a marginal store into a clear liability. The decision to close is rarely about one thing, it's the sum of many challenges. In the end, tariffs accelerated a process already underway in a rapidly changing retail world. Despite closures, Walmart isn't retreating, it's evolving. The company plans to build or remodel over 150 large-format stores in the next 5 years, focusing on bigger, more modern supercenters. In California alone, 57 stores are set for major renovations with upgrades like energy-efficient lighting and new layouts. These stores are being transformed into hubs that blend physical and digital shopping, with better pickup and delivery options. Walmart is optimizing its store network, closing locations that don't fit its future vision and investing in those that do. The new strategy supports Walmart's growing e-commerce business, turning stores into fulfillment centers and pickup points. The goal: a leaner, more profitable network that meets modern shoppers' needs. For Walmart, it's not about having the most stores, it's about having the right ones, ready for the future. The future of US-China tariffs depends on politics in Washington. Trump has promised to keep or even increase tariffs if re-elected, while Biden has left many tariffs in place. Both parties now support a tougher stance on China, so tariffs are likely here to stay. For shoppers, this means higher prices on many goods may be the new normal. Companies like Walmart will keep facing higher import costs, and some of those costs will reach consumers. Shifting supply chains to other countries is slow and expensive, so the impact of tariffs will linger. Ongoing trade tensions create uncertainty, making it harder for Walmart to plan and invest. Political decisions on trade will continue to shape retail strategies and the prices Americans pay. Walmart's store closures aren't a sign of decline. They're part of a major transformation. The retail giant is making bold moves to adapt to a rapidly changing landscape, where traditional shopping habits are being replaced by new expectations and technologies. While it may seem alarming to see familiar stores shuttered, these closures are actually paving the way for a more resilient and innovative Walmart. The rise of e-commerce and the US-China trade war have forced Walmart to rethink its entire business. Online shopping is booming and global supply chains are under pressure, pushing Walmart to invest heavily in digital infrastructure and logistics. The company is working to ensure it can compete with online giants while still serving millions of in-store customers. Tariffs have squeezed profits and sped up the closure of struggling stores, but they're not the only factor. Rising costs, shifting consumer preferences, and the need for efficiency are all driving Walmart's decisions. The company is constantly analyzing which locations are sustainable and which need to evolve or close. Walmart is investing in new supercenters and modernizing existing stores to blend online and in-person shopping. These upgrades include advanced technology, streamlined checkout experiences, and expanded product selections. all designed to meet the needs of today's shoppers and tomorrow's. For customers, this means some will lose a local store, while others will see new, improved options. The shopping experience is changing. Some communities will have to travel farther, but others will benefit from state-of-the-art stores and expanded services like curbside pickup and home delivery. As long as tariffs remain, higher prices are likely to persist, challenging Walmart's low-price promise. Shoppers may notice their budget stretched, and Walmart will need to work even harder to deliver value while managing increased costs from suppliers and logistics. The company's future depends on balancing its physical and digital presence, and on the outcome of U.S. trade policy. Walmart's leadership is closely watching government decisions, knowing that policy changes could reshape the entire retail landscape for years to come. In the end, each store closure is a small chapter in the bigger story of how American retail is adapting to a changing world. Walmart's journey reflects the challenges and opportunities facing all retailers as they navigate an uncertain but exciting future.